Hey guys, free pick time. All right, back with another free play. So we picked up another win yesterday, guys. We are now 12-2 over our last 14 games. So I got another baseball play for you guys today on a very heavy baseball day. As a matter of fact, the only non-baseball play we have, small little CFL bet. Everything else concentrate on baseball. A lot of value out there today. Sides, totals, props. I even got a couple home run props in the plus 400, plus 500 range, giving those out. Some excellent conditions, and those lines are way off. If you're interested in joining, guys, benderwins.com. It's 99 bucks a month, gets you my full card every single day, plus all the masterclass educational videos and the Bender Wins Guide to Professional Sports Betting. Make sure you're doing things the right way. All right, so yesterday, okay, before we jump in today, and this is important, okay, we always want to be learning this stuff, right? On the surface, this is what I talk about, yesterday I talked about baseball being an onion, okay? And on the surface, yeah, okay, fine. Yankees, better team in terms of win-losses and, better pitching matchup. And Germain had 2 or less runs in 6 of his last 7 games. Okay, that's pretty good pitching, right? So why are all the sharps on the other side? Okay, why is that? And one of the things yesterday that really jumped out at me, and I say find all the resources you can in sports betting, okay? One of the great resources, and I mean great resources, is the Score app, okay? If you download this app, for the love of God, don't go on there looking for picks, okay? But you can get a really good gauge of the public, okay? Now, yesterday, because of my free pick, I just, mentioning because there was a Yankee love fest going on, a Yankee love fest where basically everyone gets into a circle and they hold hands and they just talk about, all the free money they're getting ready to print. As a matter of fact, I was trying to inject some information on the contrary, and it was like, Jesus, it's like I went to a Trump rally and held up a Biden thing or something. Like, everyone just pounced on me like, bro, what are you talking about? Bro, the bros were flying at me left, right, and center. And the last one, I screenshotted this where, a guy said, the Yankees are free money, bro. That's how it ended. Now, here's the thing. Okay, look. I know what goes into sports betting, and I know, for the most part, the type of personalities that I find in sports betting. I've been doing this for 19 years. I know a lot of other professionals out there, and they're not who you might think, okay? They're not who you might think. You got people in sports betting who don't even watch sports, like literally could care less. They're quants, they're quantitatives, they're numbers guys, okay? That's it. Then you got, your other guys who enjoy sports, watch sports. But I mean, the one thing that I think every sports bettor has in common is, if not a love for math, a gift for it. Okay, they're good. And, when I go on there and I see these comments, like, and everything is bro this and bro that, it's like, look, get NASA calling out, like, Endeavor, this is Houston. Now we have you at 44 nautical miles downrange, your altitude at 107 miles. Your engines are nominal. You are pressed to Miko, bro. You wouldn't hear it because it's not lingo you throw around. When I see this shit, it's like, dude, you're just like, why don't you wear a sign on your head that says square money, right? But it's a good resource, okay? It's a good resource to get an idea what the public is doing. And yesterday, it was pretty clear what the public was doing on that game. And, you can go back and you can look at these games. You can still read the chats and stuff. And then it was like, how did it happen? That's always the way it is, okay? It's always the way it is. First it's the love fest, we can't lose. Then it's the, oh my God, how did it happen? And yeah, okay? So again, there's just so many layers to baseball. It's part of, what I try to go over when I do like my masterclass educational videos, like that are focused on MLB and the systems and stuff, and talk about, why you have to look at baseball as that onion, okay? I know that's my only real good baseball analogy, the way to look at it, that onion. And you got to peel the layers, okay? And, don't judge the onion by its first 2 layers, all right? Because there's often much more depth to it, and there's so many things you got to look at, okay? Next masterclass educational video is probably going to be a walkthrough, a step-by-step of like, what we want to look for in baseball to actually cap games. Because baseball, to me, my favorite sport to cap. There's so many variables, but it's also the most time-consuming, most challenging, okay? Because there are so many variables. Understand that because you have a pitcher who's been effective, okay, maybe you can reference this to yesterday's game. Because you've had a pitcher who's been effective, why has he been effective, okay? What's his spin rate? What's the conditions he's been pitching in? What's causing him to produce ground ball outs? What's causing him to produce strikeouts? Is that present in today's game? Oh, no, it isn't present. Oh, his balls aren't going to move because, he's not going to have that thick air resistance and there's going to be fly ball production. Like, these are all little things that you have to take into account. And then after doing all that, then you walk yourself through all these different things. And then most of the time you're like, oh, there's no value. So basically there's 45 minutes, an hour in my life just gone, right? That's a lot of it. But you know what? On to the next game. And then you're like, oh, there is value on this one, right? And look at this. This is missed Priceline, okay? And that's what we had yesterday, okay? I'm not going to go as far as to call yesterday a trap line. We certainly saw some reverse line moves and stuff, considering how much money the public was just pouring into the Yankees yesterday. And at the end of the day, guys, look, there's a lot that goes into it. I'll leave it at that. I want to get into today's play. You guys got better things to do on your weekend. Happy Father's Day as well to everyone. Is that today or tomorrow? I don't know. Had a blast yesterday at so it was a father-son soccer game I went to. I mentioned that to you guys. Father-son soccer game I went to. And turns out, and I was excited for this, I wanted to, kick the ball around my son. And I did for a little bit. And then the daycare center said, okay, all the fathers over here, we're going to start the game. I realized it's just the dads playing. And then my hyper competitiveness went up. My adrenaline shot through the roof. My testosterone made me feel 20 again. And today I can't feel my legs. It's so bad. But I had a blast. I have a blast. Anyways, here's what we got going on today. We're going to take another one of these bets where on the surface it's like, why? Why, Bender? Why? But there's value here. Okay, certainly not one of my top plays in terms of today's card. There's a lot of great value out there, but it's a good value play. All right, we're going to go with San Diego minus 110. Now there's 16 bets on San Diego here and one on Tampa Bay. All right, so I mean, if you have 6 sharps on one side and one on the other, I'm often going to lean towards that. I'm not saying it's always the case, but I'm often going to lean towards it. Yeah, that is the right side, okay? And this is, again, something you can use as confirmation, okay? I'm not a big fan of just outright steam chasing, okay? I do, however, like it as a confirmation, okay? Now, the other thing that we're constantly using as confirmation is we want to take a look at the money distribution because that tells a big picture as well, right? In this case, we got the 6 steam bets on San Diego. We got 1 steam bet on Tampa Bay. What's the money distribution look like? Are these steam bets? Are they big money coming in? Is this, professional? We know it's professional, but I mean, is this elite level professional? Guy's been doing it for 19 years. Is this syndicates, right? Are we talking $25,000, $30,000 plus bets coming in, or, these $5,000, $10,000 bets? One of the easiest ways we can do that really quickly, money distribution, okay? 35% of bets on San Diego. That's about, I think, what you'd expect, okay? Only 35% of bets. We're seeing that line move the other way still, saying, okay, give us more on Tampa, right? 84% of money. Think about that for a second, okay? Updated right now. Okay, so I'm going to update that right to this second. 38% of bets. So we're starting to get a little bit more bets, potentially because I gave this out on my card. So we've seen bet percentage go up 3% and 84% still with the money. So we're not seeing the money really drift up. But think about that, okay? So 38% of bets, okay? About 4 out of 10 people, less than 4 out of 10 people go in the window. 84% of money. 84% of money, okay? That's syndicates. That's sharps. That is the big money players, guys, okay? So these are the types of games you like. I've capped this as San Diego being a decent-sized favorite. I know not a lot of people would, okay? There's good value here. At the end of the day, guys, use the resources available to you. If this is using things like the Score app to try to gauge what the public mentality is, things of that nature, okay? These are the resources at your disposal. I can tell you, in my many, many years of being around other professional sports bettors and times when I spent most of my time in Vegas, I can tell you that, I don't recall one time where a guy came up to me and said, Yankees are free money, bro. Because I don't think it ever happened. So, weary of those people. All right. If someone says it can't lose, bro, be careful. Because I've never heard a professional sports bettor talk like that. Nor anyone working at NASA, nor an airline pilot, nor anyone that, you'd want to put your trust into, right? So anyways, guys, I digress. That is it for today. I don't know if I'm going to have a play tomorrow. Got masterclass coming out, but got a couple things I want to do with the Fam Jam tomorrow. So, we'll see. I might find some time. But if you're interested in masterclass, again, guys, benderwins.com. $99 a month gets you my full card every single day, plus all the masterclass educational videos and the Bender Wins Guide to Professional Sports Betting. Make sure you're doing things the right way. All right, best of luck, guys, and we'll see you soon.